Hey everyone, I'm Nicholas the Gnome. I'm one of the two weirdos who run this little label called Where Gnome Records. I've been toying with the idea for some time doing a series of tape reviews from my collection. To spread the love for these little treasures and share with you some of my favorites. Today I will starting with the special edition run of the albums from my friend Fernmage. These modules, a 3-part series, all come in repurposed Sega Genesis cases and have the same aesthetic, each of which come along with lovely little printed posters. I need to get some frames and toss them up in my studio. See, Fernmage makes such lovely art and music, so to display all of their talents is so worth it. Well, let's dive right in. The first in the special modules, and much like the other accompanying tapes, this one is hand numbered 2 out of 6. The artwork in its beautiful shimmer features our favorite living plant mage, plucking out a lute and entertaining in what seems to be a tavern of sorts. I'm really in love with this paper. The print and shimmer work together beautifully, and I'm afraid the video may not capture how special this really looks. Like the others, the back of the box features lore accompanying the album and delivered in the vein of classic gaming boxes, enticing the reader to want to listen in or play the game and mention. The tape inside, surrounded by the standard moss that accompanies so many of Fernmage special editions, is lovely. The tape held within has a beautiful gold-plated shell, and knowing these aren't cheap to produce, it looks great in person. Single pad print on the one side. Simple, yet works wonderfully with this release. I really love this paper chosen for the J card. It folds over onto one page and the ink really pops on the screen background. The music held within matches the mood for the cover art. It's plucky and brings the image of sitting, having a pint of mead in a dimly lit yet inviting pub. Nearby travelers chatting and drinking merrily while Fernmage brings life to the room with their sound. Fiddlehead Forge is the second in this collection of special edition pieces from Fernmage. The artwork, featured in the same beautiful case and print, has Fernmage busy smithing at what I can only describe as a fern sword? The shell is one side printed on this silver-plated tape. It's reflective and beautiful. The J card gives you that traditional DIY paper folded over. Hand numbered like the case as well. If you look closely, you can even see Fernmage stamped a portion of the J card, leaving this lovely raised Fernmage logo. And the tiny details like this, that make their work so special. Now the music held within this tape is a long-form song, spanning over 25 minutes. It's a majestic and ambient pleasure to experience. Slowly building and over time, it just has this sad and mysterious sound to it. When the drums begin to hit, it really feels like a true adventure. The third module in this series of releases, Briarsbane, is modeled exactly like the other two, and this copy is hand numbered 2 of 6 again. The cover art shows Fern doing what I can only imagine is using their power to bane Briar? It's really detailed and looks cool as hell. The shading and hatchwork really pop in this art. Now inside you find more moss. Exposing a turquoise J card on the case. Man, a rose gold plated tape shell? This is my favorite of 3 because of the shell. While not exceptionally rare, it is a less seen of the colors in this particular style of cassette, so it really pops. Single-sided pad print once again. It seems some haven't really stuck with the lettering, but it actually adds to the mystique, making it look more aged and weathered. It has a hand-numbered single-page J card like the other two. You could feel the stamp seal once again, and this artwork is so rad. I mean, you can't go wrong with any sort of tower, castle, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Sonically, this album has more in common with the second module, Fiddlehead Forge, but it's a tad more spookier. The only way I can easily put it, with my limited vocabulary, that is. It's ambient, it has some beautiful sounds, and it draws you deeper in. However, I think the music is enough to set itself apart from the other albums. It's less of a long-form track, and more so a short album that flows wonderfully into each song. There's like this lovely electric piano he keeps returning to that just cuts in between the pads and added background sounds. It's super cool stuff. So this is my first attempt in this format. I'll see if I can periodically do these often. I mean, I have some free time and a ton of tapes, so I think I have enough material for some time. I'll have links to the 3 albums to purchase on Bandcamp digitally for Fernmage, so if you're curious, go check them out. Go support this wonderful human, plant, mage, whatever the hell you want to call them. Keep an eye out for any Fernmage cassette tape releases. It's just a lovely addition to your collection, and the music held within is well worth it. So anyways, this is Nicholas the Gnome signing off. Take care of yourself and support weird art. Cheers.